Hello, friends of the interwebs. I feel like I have to do this just because I have to prove how crazy I am. And I have never seen the crazy show go on. Um, Loud knows I've seen it go off. But what is wrong with you guys? When did everybody get so boring? Anybody who's ever hung out with me knows I'm always up for a crazy idea, as long as it involves having fun with everybody I know and love and laughing the whole time. Whether that's work or family or whatever, there's no good reason it can't all be mixed together if everybody's having fun and everybody's needs are getting met. And I realize I've made a lot of grandiose proclamations, but also, raise your hand if I've never done that before. Everything I do, nobody's ever done before. I like to tweak everything because why not? I've heard no so much in my life, but most especially in the last like 2 or 3 weeks because I have nothing to lose. And nobody can appreciate that because everybody has their security and stability and everything else to lose. And I don't have any of that stuff because I have no power. And I have no power because I'm in the middle of a divorce. And I'm in the middle of a divorce because my husband and I weren't talking. And we weren't talking because he wasn't listening and I was doing all the talking. And I was doing all the talking because that's what we used to do. And then at some point, he got sucked into everything else, literally. Anything that has to do with the computer work, anything outside the home. And I was trying to run a business and run a family and have ideas and execute ideas because that's what I do. I have ideas and then I kick them against the wall and see if they explode. And if they do, and it's an idea I believe in, I take it back to the lab and try it again. That's what I learned in my life, period. There's no system I haven't been able to back into and fuck up. I've been kicked out of some of the best ad agencies in the US. That's what you do. You keep fucking shit up till you get something right. And the one thing I've realized is that although I may have reverse methodologies, they kind of make sense if you break them down logically. They don't make sense within any system, family system, education system, media system, corporate system. None of that shit makes sense to me. And every time I've ever gotten annoyed with anybody for anything, they've just pissed me off because they were too busy enjoying the show to really get what the point of everything is, which is to have fun and do it for the mutual greater good. So I've never not gone off, never. I've never not gone for it. I've never been afraid of anything, including myself, embarrassing myself. Everybody else is afraid of me, and that's kind of the problem, is everything's about fear. And my ideas aren't bad, and if I have to execute them myself and it takes me the rest of my life, that's fine. But I am a mad scientist, I've been a mad scientist, and I'm never going to change because it's fun. And even though it looks like on the outside world like I should be, or looks to the outside world like I should be miserable, how can I be? I have 2 kids that are the most amazing human beings ever, that are anomalies of the calendar, which means they're supposed to be here and they're mine. You can keep them forever, but one of several things is going to happen. I mean, they're eventually going to want to see me and he's going to feel like an asshole and he'll be willing to talk, or he won't. And he's going to have a couple of hellions on his hands eventually, but I don't do anything the way anybody does, not even parenting. I watched my parents parent the way they did, and I think my whole life I've been afraid of having kids because I knew I had ideas and I knew I was distracted, and I didn't. I mean, now I'm kind of trying to mitigate what I'm saying so that I don't offend anybody. But the bottom line is, I have a lot of shit I wanted to do, and kids take attention, and it's a choice. You have to do one or the other. And basically, the way every system is set up, you have to do one or the other. And I wasn't one of those kids that really learned well within the school system, so it was bent for me by people who believed in me as a kid because they knew I was